Hi everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. In this video, we are going to explore the topic of why the Four of Cups could be following you. So if you see this card show up in a reading or multiple readings, if it feels like the symbolic representation of this card is following you in some way, shape or form, let's see what that could mean. Recurring cards are very important. They have a significant message to deliver to us. And this video is going to be about what I think that message could be. So, in the Four of Cups, one key component that people generally emphasize is the fact that this person is too preoccupied. He's in a meditative pose and he's way too busy thinking about something else, and he's not noticing the cup that is being offered to him. So that's one of the usual or traditional interpretations of this card, is that it represents a state of lack of gratitude, indifference, not being tuned into the goodness that comes from the outside world. Now, I would like to tell you about another aspect of this card that I think could perhaps be more useful to you. The thing that I've noticed with this card is that it indicates that you are lost in your own emotions, that you are being controlled by your own emotions. So sometimes the Four of Cups is characterized as this card of cold, unsympathetic, uncaring, indifferent attitude. But that's not always the case. Sometimes the Four of Cups manifests itself in intense feelings of self-hatred, depression, a lack of trust, and just very, very powerful negative feelings that take charge of your mind, that start to really take over and start to transform the way you perceive reality. So here's the thing: if the Four of Cups is following you, I think one of the main messages is not that you are ungrateful. That can be a very irritating and very sort of unuseful thing to focus on when trying to work with the Four of Cups, although it's not incorrect. So that's not what I'm trying to say. There's an element of that, but I think it's more useful to focus on the confusing and emotionally overpowering quality of this card, where if you see this card often, it's a sign that you're not able to think rationally right now. Probably you're being your thoughts and your decision-making process is being hijacked by this this high-strung, intense emotional climate that you're experiencing. So it's not necessarily an emotionless, flat, expressionless state. It can also be just a very powerful and overpowering sense of sadness, where you become almost immobilized, paralyzed. And so maybe the meditative pose that we're seeing here is not a result of a conscious decision. Maybe it's just a person collapsing, your identity and your motivation imploding, and you being too exhausted to reach for that cup that is being offered to you. So from that perspective, blaming yourself might not be the best way to go about this. And the tarot is probably not trying to blame you either. So it's not like you should just suck it up and reach for that fourth cup, or even collect the 3 that are standing in front of you. It's more a matter of just recognizing that you are in this highly emotional state where your logic, your reasoning, your information processing is somehow being compromised. And so whatever is happening throughout these periods of time, if this is, like a significator card for a month that you're facing, or if it's in some other important context of a reading, I think it's very important to not believe your emotions right now, to not take them at face value, because they can be very misleading just by the sheer power and intensity that comes through. So that's my take on the 4 of Cups. If you have your own experience with this card, feel free to share in the comment section. Or if you have any questions, also please make a comment and I'm going to try to answer your questions. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you could take something away from it, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.